Get my 6. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the most awesomest homesteading channel on the entire planet that typically doesn't have anything to do with homesteading off the grid. I'm your host, Crazy Lake. All right, so you might remember a couple months back, I did a demo video for this really awesome WattCycle 12 volt 100 amp lithium battery, right? I'm making another demo video today, not about the battery, but about WattCycle's newer product, the 120 volt charger. Because here's the thing, when you get one of these batteries, basically that's what you get, the battery. Now you also need a converter that you'll need to attach to your battery to be able to plug in your electrical items you want to use for the battery. That comes separately. I got that on my own. And when the battery comes to you, it doesn't come with a full charge. It comes basically with just enough power to make a demo video, which is what I did. And then after that, though, you have to be responsible for actually getting your battery charged. Now, back in the old days, and in one way you could still do it is you could go to a battery store if you have a battery shop in your place. Maybe an auto parts store, and they'll charge it for you for a fee. Sometimes they'll charge it for you without a fee. Depends on the kind of mood they're in, and, you know, how big your town is. I mean, if, you know, your cousin went to school with his wife's aunt or something, you get a free charge. But if you live in a larger community, like a city, you can get your own charger. WattCycle makes one which matches very well perfectly with their battery. And so today we're going to demo this product because, and again, I meant to say this in the beginning, I do want to thank my sponsors at WattCycle because I was supposed to have made this demo video several weeks ago, but we just had a ton of rain come through. As you know, we're in Virginia. We didn't get hit with the brunt of the storm. Our hearts, thoughts, prayers, well wishes go out to those who did get hit heavily by the storm, such as the folks down in Asheville, North Carolina, and throughout the eastern seaboard. But we had nothing but rain. And so I wanted, you know, to put this off until we could get, you know, a break in the weather, a beautiful fall day like today to make it, because I like to do my videos outdoors. So WattCycle, thank you for the free products. And also thank you for your patience and me letting the rain pass so we could get a backdrop like this. Okay, and let me tell you though, having this sucker when that storm came through was nice knowing. We still have some charge on this. So had our power gone out, we're fine because we actually do enough homesteading to survive, you know, a power outage. We heat with wood. We can cook with the cast iron wood stove. We've got other items we use to cook with, grills and whatnot. But we can charge our phones on this, our cell phone. And since we do work on social media, this is important to us. As far as big TVs and all that, we don't care about that because that's not our lifestyle. If you're into glamping, and people often ask me, what's that term if they haven't heard it before? Glamping, that's where the yuppies go and pull all this equity out of their house so they can use it as a down payment on an RV or a motorhome that they then, of course, finance the rest. So they can be in debt forever along with that house. They just pull more equity out of to go further in debt there, to go into debt over here. And then they'll take these RVs and they'll go into these like KOAs and other, you know, middle-class yuppie type campgrounds. Of course, the idea I think is to, you know, go out into the wild, but they'll go there and they'll bring with them their big screen TVs, all their modern appliances inside that RV. But they'll use these batteries to power all that stuff, or at least have as a backup for all that stuff. So that when the power goes out, it's just like they're back at home in the comfort of their subdivisions. You go turn on the generator and my power's not out. Well, you can do the same thing when you're glamping in that KOA with all those other yuppies that have gone in debt for those RVs. You want to watch that, you're watching a bowl game, right? Or maybe the Sweet 16 tournament started and your power goes out. Come on, man, we're at a KOA in the latest, you know, RV. We just pulled this equity out of our house. We are not missing this game. Hook up to one of these, you get to see the rest of that game. All right. Now, but gotta have a charge in this first, and then that's where this new product comes in, the charger. Okay. We're just going to take it right out of the box here. And listen, I cheat sometimes when I make demo videos. I'll watch other demo videos before I make mine, especially if I don't really know what I'm doing, which is the case here, as is in most cases. And this thing is so simple. It's like almost self-explanatory. So you got the charger itself, and it comes with the cord and the attachments that you'll actually be hooking up to the battery. Okay, so let me unwrap the cord. And aside from also doing my homework by watching, you know, another dude do it in his demo video, I actually read the instruction manual because it's only like 2 pages long, and that's not above my pay grade. So let me show you the instruction manual. Look how simple this thing is. And no, I'm not like falling down intoxicated at 9 o'clock in the morning. I was awkwardly positioning myself there. All right, so I already read through this, and it basically walks you through step by step. Something else I'm going to point out to you, in case you got this for glamping and you're like, your iPhone is your lifeline for everything you do in life. There's an app you can download, and you don't have to give them your email. You don't have to subscribe and create a password and all this stuff. Downloads right to your iPhone, and once you hook this thing up, you can sit there and watch it on the app charge. So that's proof for that certain demographic of the population. Hey, this app on your iPhone is saying this is happening, so clearly that must be the truth. But in this situation and scenario, it actually is. Your battery actually is charging. So I've got an extension cord hooked up to a regular outlet there on the side of the house we're going to use. But before I connect this to the power, I want to make sure that this is connected to the battery, because I'm less likely to get electrocuted if I'm not live. And I'm telling you, for people like me who barely know anything about what they're doing, sometimes I wonder why these companies ask me to do demos for them. Maybe they... Oh, no, that was a joke. So we can simply follow the instructions, which is what I'm going to do. Show you how to hook this thing up. So your battery itself comes with some screws, and you use these to be able to attach the power converter, which is what you hook up to your appliances, or the charger, which is what you need for your charge. So there's like a set of long screws, a set of short screws that you connect to the different apparatuses. In this case, we don't need to connect anything to this, so we'll just take out a set of screws, take these safety caps off of the battery itself. All right, and then we're going to go red to red and black to black. So let me start off like this. I'm just going to screw, but they're really firm and snug enough with your hands to just use your hands. All right, so that's connected. So now all we have to do is plug this in. Look. All you do is take the whatever the hell they're calling this gendered end of the cord today, and plug it into whatever the hell gender they're calling this end of the cord in today. No matter how they redefine the terms, it still fits perfectly for me. Then we take this end of the cord, whatever gender they're calling this end of the cord today, plug it into the mechanism where it is, whatever this gender is called today receives whatever this gender is called today. All right, we're plugged in. So now we have our electric source. And I want you to notice there was a green light, but it just went to red. That means it's charging. You can hear the fan. It's got this built-in fan, and that helps protect against overheating. Now, how long does it take? That is probably the biggest question this video is going to answer. I looked all over the internet for that because I wanted to be able to say, and it only takes 47 minutes. Like I knew what I was talking about, but I don't. So, and I couldn't find that information. So I'm timing this. It's 12:28 on my watch. Even though earlier I said I wasn't falling down intoxicated at 9:30. Because I wasn't. It was actually 12. No, I'm kidding. I'm still not. I was standing in an awkward position. So it's 12:28 when I started this. Okay, so I'm just going to let it run. I'm going to walk away. Now, when it is full charge, that'll turn green. Yes, I do know that. And if I don't come around and unplug it, it will start blinking red, which means warning. Wait a minute, no, I'm wrong. It'll turn green. If it starts blinking red, that means there's a problem. Usually, it means this might be overheating. Okay, told you I read the instruction manual. So listen, I'm going to leave this here. You want to make sure that you do this in a non-cluttered place, like, and especially where there's no dust, like a lot of woodworkers or metal workers will have these little dust particles in their wood shops. Don't do this in that wood shop with all that dust particle floating around, because that's actually inflammatory. That's another benefit to waiting for nice weather so I can do this outside. Well, it's 12:29. It's still not charged all the way yet. So it definitely takes longer than a minute. So you stay here and watch while I walk away, and we're going to see how long this takes. What a long walk. But it was worth it. The light is green. So the battery is fully charged. How long did that take? Well, I can't say that I know, because I have this walk I do where I just walk down this dirt road to the end, then I turn around and come back, but I took the wrong turn, and so I went down a road that didn't stop, and one of my neighbors saw me 15 miles. Anyway, I was supposed to be back in half an hour, but it took 6 hours. No, actually it took 5. Look at this, it's 5:28. So it takes 5 hours to charge the battery. But that's okay, because, no, kidding, I'm kidding. You see my outfit's different, and the sun has changed positions in the sky. I actually did go for a walk. The family and I went for a beautiful drive on dirt roads to see the changing colors of the leaves. It was wonderful. And I have been watching this thing, the light through the window, and as I've gone back and forth doing stuff around the yard. It took 5 hours, like literally. Like as soon as this thing turned green, I started recording again. And how ironic. We started at 12:28, right? So it was like exactly 5 hours. But now this thing, this battery, it, as it drains, it will need to be charged again at a later point. But this WattCycle battery lasts for 10 years, whereas the older versions would last for like 3. This sucker will last 10 years. The charger, you need to charge it, and you can plug this in the outlet in your living room. You don't have to do it outside. I'm just doing this because you get better lighting for the video. Plug it into the wall, on your cord, like I did my extension cord. And after you've connected it to the battery, which you don't even need tools to use, just plug it in, and wait. And this does have multiple safety features. Again, it will shut off if it overheats, if something's going wicked wrong with the charging, anything that would become a fire hazard, it'll shut off automatically. So you plug it in, leave it. We were out for our joyride. We left this here. So that's how concerned I was that it might not be safe. $78. This is only $78. I believe the battery is 200, so you're looking at less than $300. I will have the links in the description box below for these products. But you can hook. In the original video I made demonstrating this battery, we made a pot of coffee. We used lights, whatever, all the cooking, the electric thing we have for cooking that we'll take with us camping when we go camping. If we stay at a place like one of those KOAs, well, while the yuppies are in their RVs watching the bowl game, we're actually in the tent over at the tent site, but we do have an electric and water hookup, and we'll plug into that and cook with those electric cookers. With this, we can do that. So it has multiple purposes. These are good products. I use them. I give them a thumbs up. I recommend them. Hope you enjoyed this video. And again, I want to thank my sponsors at WattCycle for sending me these wonderful products. And I want to thank them again for their patience. I should have done this video 2 weeks ago, but I was procrastinating due to poor weather. So I hope you enjoyed this video. See you for more soon. Here from the greatest homesteading channel on the planet that usually doesn't have anything to do with homesteading, but in this case, you know, you can either homestead with it or go glamping. Take your pick. Homesteading off the grid. See you next time.